Yeah, you want me to go ahead and start it?
Yep. I'll create the game.
Hey everybody, and welcome to today's After Hours Gaming League Sunday Showdown between the Boeing Company and Twitter. I am Metal, and joining me is an immortal kid, dude. Sunday Showdown.
Yeah, man. This weekend has been super full of StarCraft. We had IM yesterday, IM today, and then we had also CSL, and now we're gonna have AHGL. So a lot of StarCraft happening for us today.
It's really nice to have those things that we're a part of in our own scene, but then we can reflect on a common thing that we're both watching into, and that is IM. I didn't watch the finals, and let's not spoil it for anyone here, but I'm not interested in seeing a PvP.
But it's part of what makes it the beauty of the game, man. That's how that works. Okay, I'm gonna invite the players to the lobbies right now.
Just to talk a little bit about what the After Hours Gaming League is. So if you're unfamiliar with it, viewers, there are different companies throughout the United States that put together a few players on a team to then go head-to-head with other companies, as you're seeing the Boeing Company today, as well as Twitter. But each one is going to trying to win a prize pool for a certain charity that they are representing. And let me get over to that. Make sure I don't screw this up. There we go. So, Twitter is representing Girls Who Code. So it's launched in the spring of 2012. Girls Who Code is a national nonprofit organization working to close the gender gap in technology in the engineering sectors. So Twitter will be microing and cheesing their heart outs in order to win a prize pool for Girls Who Code. The Boeing Company is doing Math Counts, which is it's 31 years in operation, a nonprofit that helps middle school students who love math and fear math both. Is best known for the Math Counts competition series that makes math as exciting as a school sport through a series of local and state competitions in all of the 50 states. So both more science, engineering, math oriented, but we're going to see which team's really going to come out in this one. Twitter's sitting at 4 wins, 4 losses this season, and Boeing Company 6-2. So it looks like Boeing is in a better position here, maybe having some better players, but we'll see who they've actually sent out today to combat what Twitter is putting at them. And I've seen Twitter Invictus play before. It's a really solid Protoss player. Twitter Surreal, I didn't remember him being Protoss, but I'm not going to comment on where I think he is, but all very good players. But alas, my boy Fap that used to work for Twitter doesn't work there anymore, so he won't be in this today. Hopefully he can get a Blue Jeans, where he works now, StarCraft 2 team together, so he can do that sick micro that he's so good at doing.
Yeah, definitely. I don't remember them being all Protoss, to be honest, either, so that's weird. Maybe they just changed to that. Let me invite Boeing Egg is already here. I don't know why they're asking me to invite other people, but let me invite you, which it seems like
is really important.
Online.
But I have to do one thing. So Jan, I'm going to walk away from the computer for a second. So go ahead and just be the spark of charisma that you always are.
Okay. I guess I'll talk about this. We're gonna see a PvZ on Overgrowth. I like this map actually. I used to play it just Protoss, but now I like it as Protoss. I don't like it as Zerg, maybe because I stuck with Zerg so far. Maybe as soon as I get better, I'll start liking it more for Zerg. We're gonna have Ek, who's a Platinum player, against Twitter Invictus, who's the Protoss Diamond player. Normally, we don't like to say like, oh, the difference in leagues matters that much. 1 second, I have to organize. Yeah, tell Siggy. There we go. They have the stream. We're gonna wait for Metal to come back, log in. But I normally don't like to mention, oh, just because one guy's Platinum and the other guy's Diamond, the Diamond's gonna win. So we're gonna say that, especially since upsets happen all the time, and we've seen it in the AHGL before. We've had, I think it was a Gold player who went with a super fast Q-gate against a Diamond player who just wasn't prepared for it, and an upset happened. So it's not to emphasize on their skill level based on their league, especially now that the leagues are all kind of misdistributed. Blizzard's still trying to figure out what to do and how to fudge the numbers here and there so the distribution's a little bit better. You have to tell people, no, but we need the spot for Metal. And there we go. I see you. Oh, I was like, I see you showing the Girls Who Code thing, but that's because my stream is on 3-minute delay. So, still organizing the lobby. I'm waiting for Michael to come in.
And
Let
here
me pull.
I
Okay, there we go.
And go ahead and re-invite.
Okay, I'll re-invite you just because we need your one spot. That player, metal. There we go. Yeah, I guess either we let. Oh, there's still spot for you, and I'll invite Siggy just because we have so many Boeing people on. Everybody just wants to watch it on their own interface and click on whatever they think is important.
Oh, but our casting is definitely priceless, you know.
Yeah, it'd be cool if they had like what Dota has, where you can still watch it with the interface, but then tune into the voice or the sound of somebody who's casting.
That's never gonna happen, and that sucks.
Never say never, man.
Dude, StarCraft just won't do it. Blizzard won't do it.
You don't know that? Maybe they're maybe they're working on it right now, and they're just not going to reveal it. And then once, Legacy of the Void comes up, they're like, oh, by the way, guess what? We actually implemented this feature, and they presented. Alright, the players are ready. Michael, are you ready?
I am absolutely ready to get into this game number
countdown's
one.
Going. Yeah, I think that's what I would do. Look at the features that people want, implement them in secret, and then when the Legacy of the Void launch comes in, don't tell people you can do it, right? And then have them discover, accidentally they'll right-click on their friends and be like, spectate game? He's on a 1v1 ladder. Sure, I'll spectate the game. What's this new feature? And then oh my god, this is so cool.
And then the game gets revitalized, and we just have so much fun because it's way less work and more people can be comfortable watching it.
Yeah, exactly. So a man can dream, right?
A man can dream. And I'm so stoked that the intros are going to be so much easier now.
Oh yeah, you don't have to press F1, F2.
Oh, it's even more than that. It's like Alt E, and then everything in that list, and then putting Alt W or Control W back down.
For a moment there, I thought it was Cirque. I started pressing 5S, and I was like, "What's happening on my?" Okay.
And go for it.
I'll do Boeing just because not all Protoss. Also on the bottom left-hand corner of Overgrowth, we're gonna have Ek, the teal Zerg representing Boeing.
Awesome. In the top right-hand position on Overgrowth, we have the guy in the purple drunks. He's a Protoss player representing Twitter. His name is Twitter Invictus.
And he's gonna go for the Forge. Fast expand, probably. Maybe even Nexus first on this map. I just played a map that's Protoss, or a game that's Protoss on here, and I did go Nexus first, so super viable. Especially if you build a Forge afterwards and Cannon Rush their expansion.
No, I mean that's the thing I fear as a Zerg player, and what I like to do when I go against Protoss is definitely open with a pool. I mean, it's just if I want to play safe with the idea of wanting to expand rather quickly, but if it's an all-in or like a Ling, a Ling all-in where I put down another macro hatch and then I just rush out Lings until I either win or have to leave, but Yeah,
that's how I've started playing, sir. I go 15 pool, 15 gas, 15 hatch, just so I have the Lings coming out now. Maybe eventually I'll be a boss like Ek is and just go 15 hatch.
And he's doing it right now, going for that 15 hatch. He's got the overload. No, maybe he's moving back a bit. Dude, I don't know why he just didn't get it. Maybe the money wasn't there just yet. And is he gonna get it?
The money wasn't there, and he was trying to.
Oh,
there you go. He's poking it with the probe. Actually, this could be not that bad if he throws in the pool and just keeps distracting Twitter Invictus and pretend he's not getting that hatchery. But he is going to end up getting it. And Twitter sees that and decides to go Nexus now and prepares his probe to build the Forge after that. So he was waiting to see if it got planted or not to decide whether he goes for the Forge first.
But he's decided to just go absolutely greedier. I mean, he doesn't have to worry about any early Lings, and we are seeing gas come down rather fast. I mean, you kind of do want to get speed so you can look for those pesky probes and pesky pylons in more faster fashion around the map. But
yeah,
I mean, but definitely Twitter Invictus doesn't have to worry about anything really coming out right now to boggle his plan.
Definitely not. And he still has this probe coming around, being a little bit annoying. So if there was going to be some roaches, even super early, he would see the roach warning going down. So the probe's still here, and will still be here for a little bit until Lings come out. Queen on the way now.
I wonder if Boeing's going to continue to get gas after he gets that first 100.
Oh, maybe I just move one off and then get 100 gas for lair, even if I'm just going Lings. Just because that's what somebody taught me to do, so I do it without questioning it. We are seeing metabolic boost being researched now.
And drone's still keeping on gas right now, but Twitter Invictus has an extractor, or has gas in his main, but isn't taking that one just yet, and the second one is coming up right now. Not putting them in the very fast. I don't know what his timing is or kind of what he's going for, but he's definitely not in a rush to get gas.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe he forgot. He was too busy microing with his probe, or he's delaying it just so in case the Overlord comes in and sees the gas. It's like a fake out, right? Like, oh, he doesn't even click on it. It's like, oh crap, he's got both of its gases. Better throw down a spine or something.
And he's a diamond level player right now. I'm not sure if he was masters prior. Our Boeing player is platinum. I wish I could look them a bit earlier to see their match history a bit, but you know how it is. And going for lair rather quickly, not having his natural completely saturated just yet. So wanting to get to maybe get to Mutatech rather quickly, try to get that out. I'm not necessarily sure.
Yeah, me either. Ek does have 2 Lings spawning for the third. This Zealot just finished killing one of the Lings in the tower. He's going to kill a second one, so Invictus making another Zealot. What is he doing with his gas? See, he's got 100. He's going to throw a Twilight. Stargate. Warp Gate being researched. Dude, I'm just waiting to see what he builds.
There are 12 Lings in production right now, 14 Lings in production, so there's going to be a little bit of Ling aggression. I don't necessarily know what it's going to do. This is a pretty great wall off right here.
I think the Zerglings can get through between this pylon and these like 3 pipes, though.
Yeah,
I'm not
you
sure.
think so?
That seems Zerglings can get through any hole you don't think they can get through. They could definitely get through this hole where the Zealot is, man.
Yeah.
Especially in Brood War, you had to place them in certain positions, and even though it seemed like, oh, Zerglings can get through here, the terrain would make them not. So it wasn't super intuitive. So let's see if I'm right in that gap. Another cannon being thrown down by Twitter Invictus. I guess he saw the Lings, all the like 14 Lings killing his Zealot, and realized it's time to go defend.
Wow.
He's getting 3 more gateways. Kills a Changeling. Super cool. There we go. I was like, where did that come from? The Overseer's on the right.
And this is actually a really good time to check out what your opponent's doing if they're Protoss around the 7.5 minute mark. So I mean, what he was able to see, and let me actually look at his vision.
Yeah.
He was able to see those 3 gateways coming in. So it looks like maybe he can expect a gateway pressure.
Yeah, he is adding 3 spine crawlers in front of his natural, so he's definitely expecting something to come up. He has the Ling poking in, probably sees the forge spinning, so he knows +1 is being researched, and the gateway does come in. This is like a super standard move. You go in with like the 4 gate, attack the 3rd, and then recall out. And to Twitter Invictus' surprise, there is no 3rd yet, so I'm sure he's just going to look at the spines and pull back and recall.
Getting that safe for Roach Warren, I'm not sure when he was able to get it, but it is pretty standard and safe to get a Roach Warren and 1 or 2 evolution chambers around the 6.5 minute mark for Zerg. But again, the 3rd isn't up yet. Like the 3rd is late delayed, so he's banking up right now for the mutas. However, he doesn't have enough gas right now to really do much with it. I mean, he'll have, and he's putting down his macro edge, which he probably needs to, but it'd actually be better to take a 3rd because with that muta pressure, it would be. Protoss would not be able to leave base with that type of thing happening.
Yeah, it seems that Protoss is going to go for an Immortal Sentry pressure. Wouldn't call it on lane. And there we go, the Immortal is stuck now. They're going to have to kill this pylon in order to get through. See, there was a gap in between this pipe. I called it. The sentries came through that, I think. We'll see. And now Invictus is sending out probes to get his 3rd. And Ek is going to see this with his Lings parked up at the top.
So now would be the time to put on a little bit of pressure. He has some roaches coming out.
Yeah, there he comes. You can see the army moving at the top. And Invictus hasn't killed the pylon to make his stalkers
This
move out, so
actually may
these
be
sentries
really
could
terrible.
die.
Oh no, they're dead. Oh my gosh, this is really big. Boeing just picked up the biggest pickup that they could possibly get, getting rid of all of those sentries. That is a lot of gas.
Yeah, that was a lot of gas, and he forces the cancel, man. Very good position for Ek right now. He's not making mutas just yet. Spire just finished. Still hasn't got it. There we go. He's gonna go get his third right now, man.
No, he's definitely in a super great position. I mean, he stopped that third, and oh my gosh, it's only he walled wrong. I wonder if that's gonna really kill, like, completely kill him in this game. I mean, Zerg's not necessarily that far ahead, but
As long as Ek doesn't try to force this position, he just sends in the wings, which are expendable, so not too big.
and he was able to see the army composition as well.
There we go.
We have 7 mutas in production, and I don't think. I mean, Invictus is not prepared for this at the moment. I mean, he has Colossus tech, but he's still pumping out Immortals because he is seeing roaches. But he has to think that no, there's a considerable amount of roaches, so he'll need them anyway. But mutas are on the way right now, 7 coming out.
Yeah, definitely. And he's getting +1, and also, I think it's Glal Reconstruction. I can't click on that. There we go. Yeah, Glal Reconstruction. I fixed my interface so I can mouse over and read the upgrade names now. Twitter finally getting his third up again. We're going to try to. Now he has army position. He had to remake those 5 sentries. Sending out some phoenixes. Hallucinations just to scout what's going on. Going to go directly to the main. And the mutas are coming up. Going to see this Twilight Council link being researched. I'm going to snipe this Stalker.
And not a lot of right
deep
to the middle
yeah,
line.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not going to the middle line. That's where he should be right now. I mean, he could have killed quite a few probes, but he's bringing the whole army around right now, which is pretty good. And I wish he had a counter at the third right now. That would actually be really good for. I mean, do an attack at the third as well as just micro the mutas, because the third will take care of itself with the roaches. Where's his roaches at?
They are all parked up in the middle of the map.
They should have been hitting the third at this time. But that's all right. That didn't necessarily do too much. Let's see what the worker loss count. I mean, there's 5 probes lost. I mean, that's not that big of a deal, especially when you have a 3 base Protoss right now.
Yeah. The third is up now. +1 missile and +1 carapace for Zerg going down. Blink and +2 for the Protoss. He's adding 4 cannons everywhere, man. Mutas are not going to be that much of annoyance anymore. And he's moving out in the middle of the map.
I kind of don't like his position of these in the main base of Twitter Invictus. I don't like how they're placed. They're placed in like the same place, like just doubled up. It's kind of not. You can move to that other side and have just like free reign.
Yeah, that's true. He didn't do the 3 con-ins right near the nexus, so he can't cover all of them. Corruptors are being produced probably because he saw the Colossus going down. And here comes. That's a big army for Twitter Invictus, man. He's got enough. I think about 6 force fields worth of energy.
He just whiffed 4 of them.
Yeah.
He needs to get way better. I mean, he has enough force fields right now to kind of do that. And I mean, there's some air units that may be sort of I mean, those corruptors are kind of useless right now because there are no Colossus. But again, he's so like Twitter Invictus is so behind. Why is he getting back there?
Yeah, he probably wanted to go through the rocks.
Okay, because this positioning is all right. So he caught 2, 3. Like he's not being really cost effective with these force fields.
Well, maybe not at the front, but it's making his third come up safely, uncontested, and he's making more stuff back at home. So as long as he keeps this presence and denies the fourth, which he doesn't know about, he's in a good spot so far.
Twitter Invictus, I even think his positioning right now is really bad. Like he can just completely
get surrounded.
And I mean, he's
and
coming out here.
And here comes, man. 1 force field, and now he's out of force fields. For a little bit. He's going to have a couple more. 2 sentries do go down. There's 1 force field left, and the mutas did get obliterated there, man.
I mean,
Twitter pushing it.
Yeah, Twitter pushing really good right now, just having the powers. I really thought that, so there's 21 roaches coming out, but they're not gonna come out all together at the same time. I'm just thinking that, yeah, there's just not enough here to stop this.
Yeah, especially with all these immortals, man. 1 immortal is almost gonna come down, and there's a little funnel that Ek kind of created with his Evo chambers. So Twitter Invictus does have a very good spot right now. 58 lings in production.
And the roaches aren't getting microed either. They're just walking by most of the time, so they're just not even being cost effective. We do have 58 lings coming out, which will be really good against this army. As long as it would just absolutely be painful if because that macro hatch is on the top. I didn't see all the lings aren't hitting together anyway. So if there's a force field in that main ramp, that's going to be kind of absolutely tough. And he's going to lose this natural for sure.
Yeah. Stalker's fighting in the middle of the map against these mutas, and meanwhile he's got a very good spot at the bottom of the ramp. He does have one force field he could throw down and protect his Immortal. I guess Invictus made it happen. He's gonna go up the ramp.
No, he completely made it happen. Just came in just with an army at a certain timing and was just able to take it. Even like I was bitching about the force fields, but really it didn't matter because I really thought that Zerg had enough time to put out more stuff if he didn't have enough stuff already. And maybe he put too much money into the fourth. I mean, his money's out of control right now. Like 22. I mean, he needs to. He had. Why did he? Okay, so I don't think he should have GG'd. He has 2 other bases. He had time. Maybe he just wasn't quick enough or confident enough with it. But I'm going to be honest. Like that was. I don't know if Zerg reacted correctly.
You would have kept on playing.
I mean, just in general. So when that army started moving out, period. Like I think Boeing. I think he knew about it. I think Ek knew about it. And when he moved out, he should have started making units immediately, just solid units. And hold on, let me see what's going on here. What? Yeah, I know you did. It was funny. It's okay.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. So getting back to what I was talking about. When the Protoss army left, when Twitter left the base, that's the point in time where Zerg, he has enough hatcheries. He has like 6 hatcheries, or yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 5 hatcheries. Start making stuff, and all he had to make was a bunch of lings and have his roaches and then have his air, and could have stopped that. It just felt like he had the same amount of units that he had prior throughout what we've known on the game, but at that point was the point where his macro should have just jumped, and maybe he was putting too much attention on the fourth, or maybe not doing enough. I don't necessarily know, but it doesn't seem like he made units when he knew that the army moved out.
Yeah, that's true. He also didn't get much accomplished with the Mutalisks. What?
That's true. He didn't go to the mineral line. He just stayed on those tech buildings and really didn't get anything done.
Trying to figure out why I can't not create the game without a mod. Like it's forcing me to choose a team.
Oh, don't do that.
Yeah, I'm trying to
change your interface.
I did. I have it as the AHGL one.
Okay.
That's pretty.